Hello, and welcome to what we're going to call post-event stretching, which is a technical term for stuff you might do after a run or a workout. Basically, it's like about 15 minutes, and a kind of combo of like static stuff and maybe some dynamic movements. So do the classic thing, grab a drink, get yourself ready, find your space, and remember to listen to your body, use some common sense, and don't do something that's going to hurt. Yeah, sounds okay. So there it is. This is post warm-up, post thing. So you kind of already active and ready to go. So you shouldn't require too much in the way of getting going. So I'd like you to start standing. Keep your body up nice and tall. And from here, we're going to work to the shoulders, head, and then work our way down. So take a big breath in, pull the shoulder blades up, big squeeze, and then slam them down the back. Exhale. Good. Look up. And then as we look down, press an exhale. Slightly allow the shoulders to slouch. Rock and roll down. Nice and slow. Keep the muscular engagement. Hang nice and heavy. Feet are strong, toes are pressing down. Maybe there's a little shake into the shoulders. And then slide up. All the way. Good. This time, take the arms up. Big stretch. Exhale. Slowly ripple up. One more time. Up. Big squeeze to the back. Press those fingers and hands back and down. Beautiful. And ripple up. Okay. I'll face you for this bit. So, standing tall, take your feet slightly pigeon-toed, and that's going to engage through the hips. From here, shoulders, hands up, press forward, round the back. So I kind of call this your Charlie's Angels, so you can make that little gun shape. From there, it's up. Thumb is driving back, chin is forward. Keep the belly in, rather than just... From there, we can take a lean to side. And the other side. Beautiful. From your hands, go on the back. Into the fingers, and slide that down the butt crack. Pull those elbows and shoulder blades together. From here, we can allow the chin and the head to rock over to the left. That's going to stretch. The right side. Then changing sides. And this is where I'm particularly tight today. And relax. So we can work deeper into that position. You're going to take your right hand behind you, and we can tuck it into the waistband or just let it rock. Hold on to the side. This keeps the shoulder down. From here, left hand up, over the head, and we're going to gently pull. So this is working into those traps. You'll elevate the scalp. Breathing, feeling that tension, and letting it relax. Change sides. Heaviness through that shoulder. Right hand pulls to the head. And releasing, using the hand to guide it up. Beautiful. Now bring the hands back to the chest. We're going for what we call a back sprinter. So the hands slowly come out to the side, find that T shape. And it's here that we find that stretch the chest and the pecs. Once we found it, back to center, make it dynamic. Big exhale as we fling them back. Aiming for about 4 to 5. Beautiful. And from there, let's make our way down to kneeling. So I've gone with my right foot forward, my left knee down. Get yourself on train track. So you want your legs wide as your hips. Square it off, which usually for people means you need to drive that left hip forward and pull the right arse cheek back. We're looking for sensation into the front of the thigh. Now, tuck the pelvis under, kind of pushing your balls or your lady balls forward. And it's that work into this muscle region that we're looking for by squeezing and engaging your backside. We take a slight drift forward, maybe 2 to 3 inches, keeping it static. Good. When you're ready, let's take the hands down. So we're switching over to focusing to the inside of the right groin, just rocking back and forth. Then change sides. So right knee down, left foot forward and up. Feet, square the hips, tuck under. Good. And then push forward. You can hold these as long as you want. About 10 to 15 seconds will get you back to where you were. Longer than 30, you were looking at development, like improving your range of motion. When you're ready, it's down. Hands inside the foot. We're rocking back and forth. Fabulous. From there back to all fours. Push the hands down, round the back, find a cat and a cow. Shimmy those back and forth. From there, tuck the toes, lift your backside up. Go for your downward dog. Paddle the heels, wiggle the hips. And then release. Down. From here, a give pose. So extend one leg out. I'll go with left. A little rock back and forth will introduce that stretch into the inner thigh. And then we can take a cat-cow action with the hip. That works to deepen, well, full rotation. And now a twist. So weight into the right hand, and I lift my left up 2 to 3 times. Then change sides. So I'm sticking right leg out, rocking back and forth. And then up for that twist. Beautiful. Bring yourself up. We're going to standing. So next we're looking to make a kickstand position. So one leg straight. The other one is onto your toes. You can go in line or a little bit further back, I don't mind, but we want those hips to be square. Soften both knees, and you're going to push your arse backwards. This comes into the hamstrings and often the hips. You can brace yourself on the thigh or allow yourself to go deeper. So you're really driving back, getting this in towards the right hamstring. Good. Bring yourself up. Change sides. Left foot down, onto the right toes, square those hips, soften the knees, push it back. So you can go hands to hips, we can brace on the knee, we try and sink lower, pushing further back. It's also quite nice to hold onto a wall maybe. And from there, come up. Now a split stance. So we're taking one foot back. I'm going with lefty back, righty forward. So soften the knees, and we're pushing the weight into the front foot whilst driving that back heel down. Getting more towards the calf and soleus. Good. From there, we can straighten the front leg and try and push a little bit further. It often brings attention higher. Coming up, changing sides. So again, make sure you're on those train tracks. Split stance, feet point forward. Knees are soft. We're leaning forward as we drive that back heel down. Sometimes it's helpful to think about lifting those back toes as well. Really focusing into the heel. And then straighten that front leg and perhaps see if we can develop a little bit more. And then up to standing. From here, we're going to a wide stance. So feet parallel. We're going star shape, what I've colloquially started calling a Jane Fonda. So opposite hand to foot. So we're taking your right hand to your left foot, slowly to begin with. And then left or up. When we feel more comfortable, we can increase the speed. Then perhaps keeping the arm straight, work for a twist. Back to center. So, classic forward fold. Knees are soft. We're going to push those hips back and allow the body to sink. Hands to calves, ankles, maybe the floor, and just relax. We'll chill out here for quite a while. And slowly, but surely, come up, away from your dizziness, and then down to the floor. So, if you struggle to sit directly on your backside, blocks, cushions, even a chair is useful. What we're going to do is go for a kind of glute and a hip stretch. I can stay long, or we can bring it in if this feels a bit nicer. From here, my right leg is going to come either in front of the calf, or if we've got a lot of range, we're bringing it over the opposite thigh. So the leg is bent, it's going to look like this. The leg is straight, often gives you more accommodation. Left hand to right knee and pull, whilst we allow your tit to lean to the right. So again, a little bit of kind of glute med, some of the lower back and the sides. From here, change. So again, we can have that bent knee. That can get a bit deeper, but it is a bit harder to get into. Straight leg is just as good. So therefore, it's right hand to left knee. We're pulling your arm to the left. Excellent. When you're ready, we're going to go for a deeper glute stretch by lying on your back. And from here is the classic figure four. So we'll take left foot to right thigh. Pull the legs up and hold onto that right hamstring. Now, use your brain to push the left knee away. Again, we're holding this for about 15 to 30 seconds. Changing sides. So we want to make sure that we've got at least the ankle joint across that thigh as we pull up. And then use the brain to push the knee out. From there, release, pull both knees up, kind of rounding into the lower back. What's really nice here is often to circle the thighs, greasing up those hip joints. Then take a full body stretch. And with the full body stretch, squeeze your backside. Squeeze it so hard you feel the hips lift. And then relax. Supine twist. One knee comes up, hold it with the opposite side and drag it over. Don't worry if the shoulder lifts. Just try and let the arm reach out for a bit of leverage. Then change sides. And over. Lastly, make your way onto all fours. So we're going to a puppy pose, or as Maura Rose would say, puppy. No, I've got problems. So I'll stay where it is. Walk your fingers forward, and you can bring your head, your chin, or your chest. We're going to make this a bit deeper and less about the back and more about the shoulders. We can actually go into fingertips and drop lower. And from there, you're going to push back. Perhaps support yourself on your arms. Allow the spine to round. And that's your lot. Thank you very much. So essentially what we've tried to do is go through most of the major movement patterns rather than just specific muscles. And that way we can open the body and get it back to where it was. Any questions, comments, or complaints? Just holler. Thank you.